Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Duncan, and we're trying to put something together for your TV show. What's the name of the show again?
Jack of all
Jack
trades.
of all trades.
Well, Duncan's teaches science, so he's kind of got that end of the thing covered. And I went to school for art, build things and so on, so I've got to work with prototypes and designing theme parks and all sorts of fun stuff.
Rockets.
It seems to me we made a hang glider out of bamboo and visqueen with a little duct tape. I think we got about 10 or 15 feet off the ground
Until we crashed, yeah. But
something needed doing around our house. My dad was kind of a child of the Depression, so he was a nail straightener. So if something needed fixing, we didn't go out and buy a new bracket. We ended up pounding out a piece of aluminum and drilling it and creating it ourselves. So I really never even knew you could go out and buy something off the shelf until I discovered that when I moved out. Duncan actually designed and built his home. Had some, I guess, engineers check it off so the city would okay it, but he drew up the plans, built it, had enlisted his friends. I think I put a few shingles on the roof. But
I think one of the things we learned as a kid is if you want to do something, you probably better learn how to do it yourself. So that's been kind of
if you want it
a
done
mantra for most of our life. If there's something you want to do, teach yourself how to do it, or find someone to teach you how to do it, or just experiment.
Yeah, it's fun. I've had the opportunity the last couple of years teaching a 3D model building class to high school students. So most of them have never even built a plastic model kit, let alone built something from scratch and discovered how to, the joy of creating something from nothing. So I've kind of rediscovered how lucky I am to have that knowledge, to pass that along.
Let's see here.
And I don't know, I always enjoyed challenges. I've been self-employed for 20-something years, and if I want to get something done or pay a bill, I got to go out and hustle and get the work and get it done on time and on deadline, which is sometimes tough.
And in between my teaching, I was also I was a landscape contractor and an architect as well. So I understand what it takes to go out and make a living as well. And you've got to hustle sometimes.
It's early in the morning. I had to get up early to do this.
Our wives kind of conned us into this one. So it sounds interesting, though. I'm still not quite sure what this show is all about. We've had lots of experiences. We entered a contest one time. It was a boat building contest in Newport.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave you, I think, 2 sheets of plywood, a
2x2s,
handful of nails, and a tube of glue, and you were supposed to build a boat. I know Malcolm and I completed our boat
half an hour?
in about a half hour, and we were under the impression that you finished your boat and you could start the race across the bay, but we were...
They made everybody wait till everybody was done with the boat. Of course, ours was
we could have been across the bay and back before the other group even finished, or the other groups, but hey, that's the way it goes. It comes to creating something, I think we can put our heads together and come up with just about anything. Looking for challenges.
Yeah. Well, I've kind of got the right brain thing covered, and Duncan's got the left brain, so I think we got the whole thing, everything covered there as far as the background.
So I guess you're looking for personalities that are exciting.
Yeah.
I
can be exciting at times.
Yeah, if it wasn't 8 o'clock in the morning, I need a little more coffee, but what else do we want to tell them?
Shit.
Let's see.
We could shoot squirrels out of trees with BB guns too.
Try not to. We launched a mouse into space once.
Probably shouldn't talk about that.
Well, he
survived.
survived,
Yeah, just fine.
Unfortunately, the parachute didn't open, and the capsule was supposed to blast off, and he was supposed to land gently to the ground, but as it made it to the top, we all looked in awe as it began to plummet to earth, and we thought for sure he was going to be killed, but he landed in a freshly plowed field, and as we pried open his cockpit there, we found he was still alive. We felt so bad for the little mouse. We let him go into the field, but unfortunately, about 5 seconds later, a hawk came down and grabbed him and flew off with him. So I suppose the moral of that story is, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But we probably don't want to broadcast that out there. But
I think we could probably meet any challenge. Well, yeah, I probably shouldn't have told that mouse story.
yeah, well, what the heck.
Launched a couple of model sailboats out to sea last 2 weeks ago with my model building class. Autonomous model boats with self-steering vane and so on, and both of them have now hit San Clemente Island, which sits about 60 miles off the coast here, and we've got the Navy currently looking for our boats. We want to get them and relaunch them again, but that was a pretty amazing feat.
Well, we figure if the Navy SEALs can't find it, it can't be found. So we're both lifeguards down here at the city for a number of years.
Surf, dive, spearfish, fish, sailing.
My dad relayed a story to me the other day. There was a legendary surfer who lived in the local area named Ron Drummond, and he said, I think we were probably maybe 7 at the time, but we were one of the first kids to get our own wetsuit. This was in the early 60s, and evidently Ron had said something to my dad that, well, you moved them straight out of diapers into wetsuits. And because wetsuits were not very common back then, but my dad and mom were into diving and free diving, and we spent a lot of time doing that up and down the coast.
Abalone every Sunday.
I had so much abalone, I don't think I want anymore, but like to take the kids out camping. We were both Boy Scouts in the day when Boy Scouts were taught how to make snares to catch rabbits.
Right, make a decent fire in the rain,
and how to use a knife and axe.
Stay warm, sharpen a knife.
Matter of fact, my dad wrote part of the handbook on knife and axe for the Boy Scouts. And
hiked the Sierras, traveled to Mexico on surf trips. I did a lot of rock climbing when I was in high school, when I was young and dumb. Finally got scared one too many times.
It's we're willing to try just about anything. So.
Shoot a bow and arrow pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a righty, I'm a lefty.
They say we're mirror twins. I'm mostly right-handed, and he was kind of developed left-handed. So I'm not sure. We're actually identical twins, although over the years,
split the egg right down the middle.
Over the years, we've one of us broke our nose or whatever, but
we're both married to girls named Catherine,
which confuses people.
Blondes,
more. Yeah. To confuse things even more, Malcolm comes into my room at 3 o'clock when I leave during the day and teaches. So the kids are still wondering which Mr. Wilson it is when they see us. So, which is the way we like it. You got to have fun every day. My motto.
Amen.
All right.
Goodbye.